Golmex Plaster is a high-quality Portland cement composed of lime, grated silica sand, and admixtures to create the appearance of polished concrete on interior and exterior wall surfaces. Golmex, smooth concrete, wood stamping, acid stain.
You will first need to apply the Meoded quartz primer. Watch the primer video for proper application.
Priming the surface will ensure a consistent and even look. Different surface absorption will cause the Golmex to dry unevenly. Let the quartz primer dry for a minimum of 5 hours before adding plaster. Apply first coat. It comes as a dry powder.
Mix a 50-pound bucket of Golmex with 1.5 gallons of clean water.
When you mix more than 1 gallon, mix it with a drill to be sure that it's properly mixed. It's very important, do not mix more material than you have time to apply.
You have approximately 30 to 45 minutes.
Mixing time and the amount of water you mix need to be consistent, otherwise it will dry in the bucket and then you will need to add more water.
Using different amounts of water will vary the color of the composition.
Apply a very thin first coat. Let the first coat dry about 70%. Lightly rub the surface with a damp sponge in a circular motion. This will smooth out the trowel marks. Allow the surface to dry for a minimum of 12 hours. Apply the second coat exactly like the first while working in small sections, 4 by 4 square feet. With the trowel, gently press the surface to create a smooth, even finish. The more you press, the smoother the surface. For an even, smoother look, when the surface starts to dry, you can spritz water on it while pressing. However, the amount of water sprayed should be consistent across the surface to prevent color inconsistency. Allow the surface to dry for 12 hours minimum. Golmex Concrete can create a smooth or pitted finish. If a polished concrete look is desired, you can come back the next day and sand the surface using 220 grit sandpaper. Golmex is a natural plaster and has its own characteristics, which can cause the color to vary slightly when dried. Golmex Concrete Wood Stamping Look. To get the appearance of wood grain stamped concrete, first apply the Golmex exactly like we instructed before, completing both coats. Measure the lines. Find the wood graining tool you prefer, measure the wall, and mark horizontal lines to the size of the tool. We are using a 5-inch tool, so therefore we are marking the wall in 5-inch sections. Create a vertical line on every other horizontal section. Space them out. Before applying product to alternate sections, first place masking tape inside the sections that you will not be covering. Mix Golmex with water, thinning it down ideally to the consistency of acrylic paint. Work on every other section line. After brushing on the Golmex to one section, immediately drag the graining tool over to create the look desired. Continue on every alternate section. Remove the tape. Let it dry completely, a minimum of 12 hours. Now mask over the painted texture so that you can work on the remaining areas in the same manner. Brush on the Golmex on the remaining areas and immediately follow with the graining tool. Repeat until the entire surface is completed. Always keep the tool clean to avoid thickening in some areas. With Golmex Concrete and a few steps, we've created a casting concrete pour into a wooden frame look.
Golmex Acid Stain. First, prepare the surface by applying 2 coats of Golmex Smooth and allow it to dry completely. Watch the Golmex Smooth video for proper application if needed.
Choose your desired acid stain colors and pour them into containers. Apply your first color. We're starting with terracotta. This is your canvas, so you can sponge on the stain wherever you wish on the surface. Let the acid paint run down the surface. Using the sponge, spread the acid, rubbing it in nicely into the surface. Continue to apply the first color wherever you like and allow it to drip down the surface. Allow the first color to dry from 1 to 2 hours. Now take your second color choice, pour it into a spray bottle and spray it all over the surface. We have chosen the color Blue Patina. When you apply acid stain, always remember to use protective wear to shield your eyes and skin. Allow the surface to dry for 1 to 2 hours. Pour the third color into a container. Apply third color. Allow the surface to dry for 24 hours minimum. The surface is your canvas to create your own rustic, antique, concrete, acid stain look.